Hello everyone, I'm Navneet from Just Evaluate, and today I'll be taking up the third question of PTE speaking, that is describe image. So let's see the rules and regulations and tips and strategies to describe an image. Now you can get 4 to 5 images. They can be of different types, maybe that of a bar graph, a pie chart, a line graph. It can be a table, it can be a map, it can be some diagrams, it can be the diagram of a building or just a picture, maybe a landscape, which you have to explain in 40 seconds. You will be given 25 seconds before that to look at the image and to see how you're going to answer. So you can keep it in mind. You can see how you need to go about it. And then in the next 40 seconds, you need to answer. Now you will be getting 6 to 7 such questions. Total marks attributed to this question are 22. And you're assessed on three enabling skills: fluency, pronunciation, and content. 5 marks for each. Now be very, very fluent. Do not hesitate when you're speaking. Do not take pauses and do not make any self correction. If you've said something wrong, just keep moving. Pronunciation does not mean that you have to follow some foreign accent. You should be, the only thing that you have to keep in mind is that you should speak very clearly and loudly. And content is that you have to see the graph and then talk about it. Now, content is not given much importance in describe image. Why so? Because you do not need to talk about the entire content. You can take 2, 3 key features and talk about those features. So, the best strategy to follow is that be fluent, pronunciation, speak very clearly. The image can be described in any format. At times, you can even set a template for yourself that suits you, and you can follow any set template also. Even a template works. Now, fluency and pronunciation are more important. As I told earlier, there is no need to cover the entire content. You can. So now let's see the format for this question. First is the introductory sentence. Simply present the question, whatever is there in the question, just present it and include the type of graph it is, what it represents, the time period, the place, and then explain the most important features of the graph. Just take 2 to 3 features. You need not cover the entire content, as I mentioned earlier also. Fluency and pronunciation are to be given more importance here. Content, you can cover the important features. And then the concluding line. That is all. You should speak about 5 sentences, which will come to about 35 to 40 seconds. So that is what is required. Now let's just practice a few questions. Let's just take this line graph and see how to go about it. When you get 25 seconds, you have to see what kind of a graph it is, what kind of question is there, what is it showing, see the x-axis, see the y-axis, see how to go about it. Now, if you see, USA and Sweden almost follow a similar pattern, that is population aged 65 years and above, which showing their percentage here, and Japan follows a different pattern. So just mention that. So let's just see how to go about it. First, there should be an introductory sentence. That is, you're introducing the question, what it represents, and then explain these 2, 3 features here, and then give a conclusion. Okay, so let's begin. This line graph shows the proportion of population aged 65 years and over in 3 different countries, USA, Sweden, and Japan, over a period of 100 years, from 1940 to 2040. And this population is shown in percentage. So if we see, USA and Sweden follow the same pattern with lots of variations in their senior citizen population. Japan follows a different pattern where the percentage of senior citizens is very less. 2025, it sees a steep increase. Overall, this is a very, very informative line graph. Now, this is a bar graph question where you can see people using dine-in services and delivery services, and the people are in thousands. They're measured in thousands. So how do we explain this? We can simply say the bar graph below compares the number of people using dine-in services and delivery services in 5 different years. The dine-in services were the highest in 2000 and 2005, whereas delivery services were the highest in 2020. In most of the years, the dine-in services were the highest as compared to delivery services, but in 2020, the trend changed where the delivery services were the highest and the dine-in services were the lowest. Wherein 1,20,000 people ordered food to be delivered, but just about 10,000 people dined in. So here there's a diagram of two pie charts which shows the comparison of food consumption in 2 years in 6 different continents. So as can be seen, so let's now explain this and let's describe these images. The two pie charts compare food consumption in 1950 and 2020 in 6 different continents, namely Europe, Asia, Australia, North America, South America, and Africa. As can be seen, North America and Europe consumed more than 50% of total food in 1950, but their consumption fell in 2020 as North America consumed just 14.2% and Europe 16.5%. However, Asia consumed 8.6%, which was a low figure in 1950. However, it increased to 26.5% in 2020. Overall, this pie chart gives us important information. Please time yourself for this particular question, that is describe image, and keep practicing, as practice is the key to scoring full marks in this question.